Call this meeting, the Moberly City Council to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Brubaker,
Here.
Lucas,
Here.
Jeffrey,
Here.
Kaiser,
Here.
Kimmons.
Here. Okay, if there's anyone here this evening that would like to address the city council, please fill out one of the green cards located back in the foyer and present it to the clerk. You'll have 4 minutes to address the council at the appropriate time. Regarding the agenda, are there any corrections or changes to the agenda? Hearing none, I ask for a motion to approve the agenda.
So move.
And a second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Approval of minutes. Are there any corrections or changes to the minutes of the last council meeting that's in your packets? Hearing none, I ask for a motion to approve the minutes. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Minutes are approved. Recognition of visitors, Mr. Crane?
None at this time.
Okay. Next, I have public hearing, receipt of bids. Number 2, we have a receipt of bids for the demolition of 3 residential structures. At this time, I open the public hearing and open the floor to any discussion or comments for or against this item.
Oh, sorry. We don't have any public hearings. We just have the receipt of bids.
Okay,
Sorry.
pardon me.
So as you can see, we received 3 bids on that from bid or contractors we've used in the past. So the low bid was Weiderman Construction for excavation for $14,500. And those are for 905 Bond, 1204 Quinn, and 412 Polston Street. So, and staff would recommend that one in the upcoming ordinance.
Okay, any discussion, questions? If not, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
I have a motion, is there a second? Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, I have the consent agenda. Is there any item on the consent agenda that you'd like to have excluded? If not, excuse me. Do I have a motion for the consent agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Have a motion, second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Mr. Thompson, please read the consent agenda by title one time.
Resolution number R1492, a resolution approving a hay cutting, baling, and removal hay bales sale agreement between the city of Moberly, Missouri and Ryan Britt for the wastewater treatment plant biosolids land application site property. Resolution R1493, a resolution accepting a permanent sewer easement from the Wright Legacy Trust. Resolution R1494, a resolution accepting the bid and authorizing contracting with Emery, Sapp, and Sons, Inc. for construction of the Morley Pump Station retrofit and forced main extension project. Resolution R1495, a resolution of the city of Moberly, Missouri, authorizing an application to the Emergency Management Performance Grant Direct Assistance Program for reimbursement of emergency management director cost. Resolution R1496, a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute an architect's agreement with WSKF Inc. for the expansion of emergency services communication. And Resolution number R1497, a resolution declaring a proposed street name change.
Okay, any discussion? If not, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So move.
Have a motion and a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, nay? Motion passes. Next is the ordinances and resolutions, number 9.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I have an ordinance approving an addendum to a cooperative agreement with Adair Hathaway for stormwater improvements reimbursement. Has to be read twice for consideration by title only.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second for the
Second.
reading? We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? First reading, please.
An ordinance approving an addendum to a cooperative agreement with Adair Hathaway for stormwater improvements reimbursement.
Okay, is there any further discussion? If not, second reading, please.
An ordinance approving an addendum to a cooperative agreement with Adair Hathaway for stormwater improvements reimbursement.
Okay, any further discussion? Yes, sir.
I guess this would be for
Mr. Jeffrey?
Mr. Sanders. So if I understand this, this is just kind of a sequence or a time substitution for what we were gonna pay as part of that, and then you're requiring some different restrictions as far as the subdivision. I mean, there was a lot of,
We're extending the $33,000 payment that we were gonna make for the additional stormwater capacity they were gonna put in. They basically completed that detention basin now. It just has to get vegetated and it's complete. So they've been agreed to hold that as additional security for the water meter connection pits. So the pits and the corpse were all the things that the contractor was going to install, and they have had them ordered and they've paid for most of them. The only thing remaining are the corpse that are due in, and they're all paid in advance. And so we needed to get those signed off so they could start construction of the housing out there. You know, they're missing
Right.
a lot of time, so they're wanting to get started. This would allow them to basically bond or use that $33,000 as security for that remaining work, which is typical for subdivisions. You could actually bond all the infrastructure if you wanted to, but they're
Okay.
only basically bonding or using that as security for just the water meter pits only.
okay, thank you.
Okay. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the ordinance?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion, second. Roll call, please.
Brubaker,
Yes.
Lucas,
Yes.
Jeffrey,
Yes.
Kaiser,
Yes,
Kimmons,
Yes.
Okay, ordinance passes. Number 10.
Mr. Mayor, I have an ordinance approving a subdivision improvement agreement with the Adair Hathaway for Eagle Tree Ridge subdivision as for, to be read twice for consideration.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? First reading, please.
An ordinance approving a subdivision improvement agreement with Adair Hathaway for Eagle Tree Ridge subdivision.
Any further discussion? Second reading, please.
An ordinance approving a subdivision improvement agreement with Adair Hathaway for Eagle Tree Ridge subdivision.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the ordinance?
So moved.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Roll call.
Brubaker,
Here.
Lucas?
Yes, excuse me.
Yes.
Jeffrey,
Yes.
Kaiser,
yes,
Kimmons,
Okay, ordinance passes. Next is number 11, resolution.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I have a resolution accepting the bid and authorizing contracting with Weedman Dozing LLC for demolition of 3 residential structures. I ask that it be read once for consideration of passage.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second? Second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? First and only reading.
A resolution accepting the bid and authorizing contracting with Weedman Dozing LLC for demolition of 3 residential structures.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution passes. Next, I have number 11.
Should be 12.
Excuse me.
Mr. Mayor, I have a resolution of the City of Moberly, Missouri, authorizing acceptance of the Industrial Site Development Grant, and has to be read once for consideration of passage.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? First reading only.
A resolution of the City of Moberly, Missouri, authorizing acceptance of the Industrial Site Development Grant.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution passes. Number 13.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I have a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute an electronic business services agreement with Central Bank. Asked to be read once for consideration.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? First and only reading.
A resolution authorizing the city manager to execute an electronic business services agreement with the Central Bank and authorizing Matt Douglas to execute an associated resolution of authorization with Central Bank.
Any further discussion? I had one question, Matt. I assume this is for you and you only, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
What if something happens, you're gone? Is there a backup plan?
Well, this is just replacing the resolution we had before that named Greg Hodge. We can still execute with 2 signatures. Tom and Mark
Okay.
are still. This is just in a timely fashion. I could sign singly, but we could still have those other 2 signers available.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you. Any other questions, discussion? If not, hearing none, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution passes. Number 14.
Mr. Mayor, I have a resolution of the City of Moberly, Missouri, authorizing application for a 2023 State Homeland Security Program grant. Ask for it to be read once for consideration.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? First and only reading.
A resolution of the City of Moberly, Missouri, authorizing application for a 2023 State Homeland Security Program grant.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
We have a
Second.
Motion, and we have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution passes. Number 15.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I have a resolution appropriating money out of the treasury of the City of Moberly, Missouri to pay expenses due between July 1st, 2023 and July 17th, 2023 in the amount of $951,126.96. I ask it be read once for consideration of passage.
Make sure I do this correctly. I need to read this now, right? Or afterwards? Okay. Do we have a motion? We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. First and only reading.
Gotta have a
Oh,
vote.
I'm sorry. Need to vote. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? First and only reading.
A resolution appropriating money out of the Treasury of the City of Moberly, Missouri to pay expenses due between July 1st, 2023 and July 17th, 2023 in the amount of $951,126.96.
I hereby certify that there is sufficient money standing to the credit of the city of Moberly, Missouri, unappropriated in the funds identified in this resolution to meet the requirements of this resolution. City Treasurer Matthew P. Douglas. Do we need to vote on this now? Okay. Do I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
I have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution passes. Next, I have the department head monthly reports. Is there any discussion, questions for the department heads? Mr. Jeffrey.
I see there's not anyone here from Economic Development, so I'll ask Mr. Crane, since he represents us on that board, if he would know. But when will we know the adoption or the outcome of the economic development study as far as their board adapting it or not, or what they're actually going to do?
Tomorrow's meeting's been canceled, so I think it'll probably be taken up in August.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Brandon? No? John? Austin?
I just wanted to wish Matt good luck in your running for position on MIRMA this week. And also wanted to thank the chief again for his department's diligence in tackling the issues downtown. And it seems like there's been improvement, and I really appreciate it. So that's it.
Okay. Anything else to come before the council? Is there anyone that would like to step up and talk to the council? No? Okay, is there anything else for the good of the order? If not, hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn to a work session followed by closed session to discuss the status of legal matters?
So move.
We got a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Brubaker,
Yes.
Lucas,
Yes.
Jeffrey,
Yes.
Kaiser,
Yes.
Kimmons.
Yes.
Okay, council meeting is over. Now we thank you all for coming. Now we'll open it up for the work session. My computer. Sorry about that, bear with me. Okay, first item I have is discussion of pay scale update.
Yes, Mayor, in the 23-24 budget, the council approved increases in pay for a few different positions. One of those primarily that needs to be updated in our pay scale is the police department, but we also had a few of those that took the two-step approach from the 22-23 budget. So this pay scale gets in line with the budget that was just recently adopted and allows us to start those new hires at that range minimum that's found in the pay scale.
Okay. Any questions regarding the pay scale? If not, are you okay moving that one forward? Everyone's okay with that one? We'll move that forward to the next meeting. Number 2, review of proposals received on a new City of Moberly flag.
Yes, Mayor. After a presentation from a citizen, the city requested the Moberly Community Betterment to handle a flag contest for an updating of our flag. That was done over the last few months with, I think, right around 10 entries. The Community Betterment scored those and is submitting what's found on the screen and in your packets as what they're recommending moving forward with. There's also a description of the symbolizing items on that flag. and what it represents that's found in your packet as well.
So this is the one they chose?
Yes.
Right here, okay.
It was pretty unanimous. There might have been one that didn't vote this one number one, but it was pretty clear, I thought.
Any questions, feedback on this? Come on, Mr. Jeffrey, I know you're dying to say something.
Actually, I do have one question. Should it say Moberly on it somewhere? I don't, does this flag say Moberly on it? I mean, because if somebody comes in and they look at it and they don't exactly know what it is, should it say the word Moberly on it, or should it just be a symbolization of what we represent?
Yep.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what we were told through the process, and when we looked, that you're supposed to. It's more symbols than words.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm good with that.
Okay, any other questions, comments? If not, are you okay moving this one forward?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll move this to the next city council meeting. Number 3, review a proposal from the Tourism Advisory Commission.
Yes, this was a proposal received from the Tourism Commission. After they reviewed it, they're recommending a $300 special advertising grant for the craft show.
Okay. Any discussion or questions? Anyone have anything? If not, are you okay moving this one forward? Okay, we'll show that this one's going to the next city council meeting. Next, number 4, a discussion regarding an application for 319 grant funding through the Missouri Department of Natural Resources.
Good evening, council. This is the grant part of what we've already approved a budget for bar engineering to do for us. And this is the actual grant application process. I would have provided a draft grant application for you, and I didn't have one at the time of the deadline, but you will have one in the packet should this be approved for the next council meeting.
Okay.
This is up to $168,000 for stormwater planning and stormwater data gathering and put together for basically the northern part and northeast part of Moberly. This version will be focusing on the Sugar Creek watershed itself, and it's going to overlap or do tongue and groove with other projects that are happening in the area. So they're going to benefit one another, so we're not duplicating our efforts.
Okay. Any questions? I just had a question. When you said northeast, would that be looking at Morley Street? Would that be east of Morley Street?
The Morley Street portion would fall into that northeast part.
It would, okay.
Yes, the northwest is confined to the Sugar Creek, which is Sparks Avenue and north.
Okay. Any questions? Are you okay moving this one forward? Okay, we'll show this one move forward to the next city council meeting. Number 5, proposal for, how do you pronounce that? Arcturus? Arcturus for wayfinding signage design.
So as you know, we've been working with Arcturus now for a while, and we've had stakeholder meeting groups where they've came in and identified locations of where we should identify as important features for the community. And they've used a lot of information up front with us from their experience and what they've done in other communities to kind of identify what is commonly noticed. And then the public put in a lot of input on that. But it's also been to CID board. It's also been to park board for feedback. And so I've included some of that feedback on the sheets and some additional locations that were identified beyond the initial stakeholders meetings there. And so what you have there would include that, plus a couple of different options of layouts of signage. And so they included in the diagrams that are in your packet there, from where they drew some insight, I guess, as to other sign styles. They were trying to keep in mind something that's unique for Moberly, but also that's not over the top budget-wise to create and install. So it had 2 types of layouts here. And this is option number 1. We can see this type of signs. If you can scroll through those a little bit down to the pages there, you can see that's got the color schemes of the schools in the red, the parks in the green, and the blue with the rest of the city or downtown district with the black face signs. That was not as popular by far. The most popular of the signs were the ones with the background, the different colors with the white face signs. Can you scroll up on that?
No, that's just the one exhibit.
Okay, that's its own example.
It's in the packet though.
Okay, so in your packet then, if you scroll through the examples there, you can see option number 2 that has the same color background as that. As they initially had submitted a tan based color for the parks, but parks was, like the green style color better. So that's what they show in their proposal here.
I think that's page 42,
Right.
I believe.
So
Okay,
at this point, we've been through the stakeholder groups, the other involved groups, and so this is the council's kind of their decision. So you've got all the information I've included in the packet that are in the report there as to what they wanted to add. The additional sites included some things like the post office and the visitor center. And also the type of font that would be used. We wanted to add Splash Pad and 4th Street Theater to the list. So just trying to see if you're all comfortable with that, if you had time to review it, or if we need more time to look it over and get more feedback from you all, or if you want to move this forward. It'd be, if you all were in agreement with this, or even want to make some minor changes, we could take it to the next council meeting for final approval. And at that point, we'd have a document that we could move forward and start getting quotes on signage to place in probably the downtown area at this point.
And I think all the other boards that reviewed this were comfortable with option 2.
Yes, option 2 was by far the number 1 choice.
I had a question on that. When I'm looking at this, the example, it's given Central Christian College, but it's all red and then white printing.
Yeah, that's right.
Or should it be, is that right? Or should it be red border and then white?
Not on those smaller directional
The
signs.
small direction, that was one thing that was kind of unique on option 2, that, you would have putting a white background on the small, those are gonna be a lot smaller size. So if you look at, page 41, it's kinda got the scale of what those signs would be. So they're probably like maybe 24 inches tops height wise.
Okay, thank you. Any questions, discussion?
Where would an example of the first one on page 40, like where would that type of sign go?
40?
On page 40,
The
first-
gateway signs?
Is that what they're called?
Oh, wait. Oh, the first one?
The first one
That would
has
be
all
more of a
the-
walk-up.
That'd be more, okay.
That's gonna be like, large. You wouldn't see that on a drive-by.
Right, that was my concern, okay.
Okay, any other questions? Are you okay moving this one forward
With option 2.
with option 2?
I'm okay.
Everyone okay with that? Okay, we'll show this with option 2, move forward to the next city council meeting.
Page 37 kind of has a layout of what they had proposed on locations.
Okay, anything else for the work session? If not, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn work session and go into closed session.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we need a roll call on that? No? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We're adjourned.